Hello and good day to you all. Welcome back to One Shot, the show where we have no editing, no filter, and 100% Sean, David, and Gert Hemming. Gert, how you doing today?
I don't know how you're doing, but I'm at 110%. You may have to turn it up a little.
110%.
I am.
Now, Gert, today we wanted to talk about James Harden, actually discuss what we feel would be his legacy if he doesn't win a championship. Now, if you watch the show on a regular basis, then you know I'm not the biggest fan of James Harden, and it has nothing to do with his personality. I don't know him personally, but just as a basketball fan, a person that enjoys offense plus defense, it's kind of hard to be a fan of James Harden. But I let you go first on James.
Well, you let a lot shine through in your opening statement. To counter the minutes of negativity that you're going to spew into the microphone here, I will start by saying that certainly he's a polarizing figure, a polarizing player. I have not met a whole lot of people that say, I'm not really sure what to think about James Harden. They either love him or they do not like him one bit. So there's no really a middle road in the people you talk to. Mostly the people that are positive about him, are from Texas and more specifically from around Houston. And everybody outside that area either super polite because they're on camera or are a little bit more negative. Let me start with the positive thing.
Okay, not a negative?
No. Look, I mean, he's undoubtedly the most incredible shot maker. Well, let me rephrase that. The most incredible shot maker of recent times.
Okay, thank you very much.
I mean, what he can do with his sidestep and adjust also. You see his summer workouts where with the one-legged shot three-pointer, wherein people accused him of traveling on his go-to move, and he adjusted to where it wasn't traveling. I mean, I'm pretty sure that his work ethic reflects in his skill set, meaning he works hard on at his craft, and it shows. Mm-hmm. Apparently, he doesn't think his craft is defense.
Yes.
It is. What disturbs me is that that you can work on that as well, and I don't think he does. And secondly, what irks me more is that there's way too many instances in a game or in a week or in 2 games, 3, whatever, that he doesn't even try. That is just unacceptable to me. Now, look, I wanted to stay with the positive things first, but it slips in because I have that feeling as well. I think also that you mentioned you think he's a good person. He's never been in the news negatively. Never really, as far as I can recall, been in the news with any off-the-court problems. Do I think he's a sympathetic sort of guy that can carry the load as an MVP? No, I think he comes across sullen in interviews. Now, does that have anything to do with basketball on the court? No. Let me separate that. But if you want to be the MVP and be considered one of the best in the game, you also have the responsibility of being an outgoing sort of guy and carry that. Is he that sort of guy? No, I don't believe that, but I don't really want to count that against him. Let's get back to basketball, and that is that the shot making is incredible. Because people then have to adjust and step up to sidestepping or step back threes. He also gets in the lane, and there is another thing that bothers me a little bit. When it's open, because of the modern day sort of basketball, he goes for the strong finish. But when there's somebody there, he's looking more for contact and to draw fouls and make his shots from the free throw line, as opposed to playing true basketball and trying to make the shot. That disturbs me as well. The referees keep falling for it, so he should continue doing that because it's effective for his team. But now that's a summary of what he does as a player. Before we go into what I think his legacy will be, what do you think of that summary?
Well, interesting. Let me give you my positive points. Okay, and now to the negative points.
That is funny. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. Go ahead.
No, actually, and I want to make this very, very clear. you have to respect James Harden's offensive skill set. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I've never seen...
Every defender respects it, for sure. We have to as well.
You have to. Yeah. And you have to be objective with that. To me personally, what you said on defense, I 100% agree. What disturbs me on offense is I always have the feeling that it has nothing to do with team basketball. To me, I like it if everybody touches the ball, or at least get some people involved. With James Harden, it always feels, even though he has a high number of assists, it always feels like passing is like a last resort. If I can't score, okay, I have to pass the ball. But he's not a willingly passer. He's not looking for his teammates. He does it because he can't get the shot off in that case. I would love to see James Harden in the offense of the Golden State Warriors. Where the ball has to move. Because, like for example, with Steph Curry, he also takes a lot of shots, but in a system where still everybody gets involved. And I would love to see James Harden in that set, just to see if he's able to play true team basketball.
Well, here we go. That is, now we're getting to the essence of the question. The thing is, they play isolation basketball in Houston. Yeah, with Westbrook now, they carry the load. Everybody else is not a second option or third option, but fifth or sixth option. Yeah, Harden, Westbrook, and then there's a gap. Okay. The thing is, why? I mean, I agree with you, but passing the ball in the Golden State Warriors system, or maybe even better, the San Antonio system, is beautiful to watch. But is the objective of a professional team to play basketball that's beautiful to watch, or to win? And there we come to the crux of this question. If they win, and that is the thing, if they win one, then it appeared to be effective, and it being beautiful had nothing to do with it. That is then secondary. So the thing is, if they do not, and that is the question, if they do not win a championship, what will James Harden's legacy be? Then the question is wide open. Did they not win because it was ugly basketball and they didn't share the ball? Or because it's ineffective and it was the coach's fault? Now, I think, and let's specifically to your question, I'm afraid for James Harden that if he doesn't win a championship, that his legacy will not be looked upon as positive. Although he's multiple scoring champion of the NBA and MVP, I don't think people will look back and say that is what we need to mirror in the future, because that is going to, one, be beautiful basketball, and two, be winning basketball. Either or, even.
I 100% agree. 100%. In my opinion, he will be in the same category or a little bit better, like, for example, Carmelo Anthony. A player that you remember, like, wow, what a great offensive player, but that was it. He didn't win anything.
That's a good comparison. I think we've done shows on Carmelo as well. And although I believe that the discrepancy between offensive output and defensive output with Carmelo is closer than with James Harden, on both ends, because I think James Harden is an even better offensive player than Carmelo, but he's also a worse defender even than Carmelo. So that gap is even bigger.
Yes.
And but that's a good comparison, because I think we tackled that the same way with Carmelo in a different episode. Yeah.
All right, you guys, we can't wait to listen to your opinion. Please post it underneath the comments, and we'll see you next time on One Shot with Gert Hemming and Sean Davids.